What's up, guys? We're back again with the best deck in Clash Royale for speedy wins after the balance changes. Golem Night Witch is about to get a massive buff. The Mega Minion will attack 6% faster, giving you more elixir to catapult at your opponent. When you're up elixir, usually by ignoring your opponent's units, and set up a golem in the back with the Night Witch, it's almost impossible to stop. And even if your opponent does stop it, the elite barbarians lumberjack push in the other side will eat their tower alive. And if opponents frantically fling bait carts in an attempt to distract your sadistic spam, your bomber arrows and zap will immediately remove it so you can still remove their tower. Because of all the easy 3 crowns, this deck without any champions is capable of pushing up 300 trophies in 30 minutes. It's time to wham bam bridge spam and assert dominance. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on any of the daily videos. Lots of love to everyone that's using credit code SirTag to make all the daily videos possible. Jump into the game against the Mr Spook, sir. This guy's not cycling anything at the start, unfortunately. I was hopeful that he was going to be running like skeletons, skeleton army, and a whole bunch of skeleton cards because we've got zap and we've got arrows to eliminate any distractions that he's got. Unfortunately, he's not cycling anything at all. I can go for lumberjack in the back. The one bad thing about dropping lumberjack by itself is it yields itself to a king tower activation. So if he hadn't dropped the mini pack in the back, what I would have done is I would have cycled the elite barbarians at the river right after the lumberjack, so he can't activate king tower with the lumberjack very cost effectively and feels good about himself, you know. +1 trade, king tower activation. Never want that to happen. So always drop your elite barbarians with your lumberjack at the river. That's why you see a lot of professional players do that skillless strategy, just so then they body block the opponent from activating king tower. As dumb as it may seem, it is the right play to do. So we see bats and we also see zap. It could be a Mega Knight deck. We saw mini pack as well. So, oh no, it's Sparky. Okay, really scary for me, but I'm still going to play this as well as I possibly can. The best strategy with this deck, as always, is to start up your Night Witch at 6 elixir in the back, so none of the bats go ahead of the golem, so they all lock directly on the Sparky, whatever your opponent drops. The one thing I'm going to be doing differently right now is I want to go in for elite barbarians directly on the mini P.E.K.K.A so I can finish off the mini P.E.K.K.A first, and then we can start targeting the giant afterwards. So fantastic position for us because the Sparky is disintegrated, the elite barbarian is still alive on the right-hand side, and the Night Witch bats are absolutely overwhelming our dude here. I might even be able to pile on the aggression to 3-crown him. I mean, that's how stupidly easy our deck is. If you guys get any semblance of an advantage, the Night Witch bats will just stay alive forever while you'll just dilapidate their tower. Look at that. The lumberjack is putting in so much work. No way. The Rage 3-crowned him. That's straight up disrespectful. The Clash Royale devs were like,
Jake, you know what? After the update to Rage, you don't have to wait any longer to finish off games.
It's kind of crazy that some spilled elixir was able to do enough damage to take out an entire kingdom. But that's exactly how this golem deck rolls. We're going to be 3-crowning everyone we can. And after dominating that dude, we're ranked at 8,800 in the world. To jump into the game against the Angels of Death, honestly, I feel like our deck should be the leader of this entire clan that he's a part of. I'm going to go Golem in the back first play because if he's going to go for archers and elixir collector, I don't have a good way of killing the elixir collector. So our only other option available is going in for a golem and trying to take his tower. The other thing that I want to do is I want to go in for the Night Witch here, and I fully expect him to go in for a Mighty Miner. So I'm going to go in for a Mega Minion, and then I'm going to go for a Zap. The reason why I knew it was going to be Mighty Miner because he's running a top tier deck that a lot of professional players are playing right now, so it's easily identifiable. And because I knew what his deck was, well, I decided not to go and defend the Expo because it wasn't possible. Instead, I want to go and take his tower. If I take a tower and I'm playing against an Expo deck, then I have a really good advantage moving forward. Unfortunately, we don't take the entire tower though. I need more damage! Oh, guys, this is actually looking really bad. I was hoping I'd take the entire tower, but now he's going to have Mighty Miner and Archers on defense for each successive defense. Man, most of the time I 3-crown everyone without any problems, but I guess Mighty Miner and Archers gives him such a reliable and sturdy defense that it is going to be a bit harder for us to break through. He's going to go for an elixir collector though, so it seems like he might forfeit his tower. I don't know what this game is going to entail, but I'm ready for it. He's going to go in for another defensive Expo. As you guys remember, 6 elixir, you drop your Night Witch in the back in the corner. That's what we do. We drop our Golem in the corner as well because it takes a little bit harder of a placement for our opponent to go and pull the Golem. If we drop it in the middle, it's going to be easier pulled by a building, right? But now he has to drop his buildings a little bit closer to the Golem so we don't have to walk as far. We're going to go in for arrows here to obliterate the archers as quickly as we can. We also clap some of the goblins. Wait, his fire spirit's going to clean up all of the bats though. Can I take the tower? We literally have a minute left over and there's 300 HP. I need this tower and I need it now. He's getting such an insurmountable elixir advantage with those collectors though that I haven't even been able to touch. feels unfair, man, when that hits. All right, so I'm gonna let that lock, and then I'm gonna go in for elite barbarians. I don't really have any other way of doing anything. I mean, I could have went for a bomber, but it just wouldn't have worked out near as well. When I go in for a bomber now, I think it is able to go and kill the archers, so I'm not going to spend any extra elixir here. And then I can go in for probably a zap on the tower and also reset the Expo now. So I think that's worthwhile. Just to make sure he can't take out my entire tower with an Expo and then like log cycle or something. I'm going to arrows here, hit the king tower as well so I can get some extra damage there if I need to. Because I know that the golem is going to guaranteed take the tower. But now, I'm in a situation where I have 800 HP on my tower. Is there a chance that I win this? I hope so. I really want it. I'm going to go in for a Mega Minion here. My goal is to stockpile up a lot of units on the right-hand side and then try to go in for a Golem afterwards. So I think he's going to go in for his Mighty Miner. We're going to go predict that with the Elite Barbarians. We do catch that. So I'm stocking up a lot of units on the right-hand side, as I said, and I'm going to go Golem in the middle. And then the influx of my units will go towards the left-hand tower if he drops anything to defend the Golem. Okay, a little bit scary right now. I need to go in for a lumberjack. He's probably going to go in for another fire spirit and ice spirit, and he's going to hopefully have both of those connect on his end. I don't want either of them to connect on my tower, though. I'm going to go in for a zap. The golem's on top of his tower, but the Night Witch, we're to 3-crown him. Let's go. Oh my gosh, that was such a smart strategy from our opponent, utilizing the Mighty Miner to make me drop units on top of the Mighty Miner and then have both of the spirit splash damage still splash onto my tower. He was a sneaky and tricky sir, but in the end, our Golem 3-crown triumphed. In a situation that I thought I was definitely dead, we somehow ran away with a 3-crown. And after bouncing back to beat Expo, we're 7,300 in the world. All right, we got another one against Daniel. Let's keep up the win streak. So he's a part of the Intellectuals clan. Well, we got to show him the most intellectual way of playing Clash Royale. He asked for it, I'm about to deliver. Golem first play, baby. So drop your Golem right here. And make sure that the Night Witch doesn't endeavor in front. Like, the Night Witch is always staying behind the Golem. Extremely beneficial for us. I don't think that we have the firepower to damage down this Mighty Miner in time, but I'm going to try anyway. I think, yeah, if he logs or he drops any type of spell, he's going to be able to keep the Golem away. Oh, wait, never mind. Wow, I really thought he was going to keep the Golem away from his tower there, but I guess not. So we saved our arrows for the second cycle of archers because obviously if they cycle archers early on and they have a fast cycle deck, they're going to get back to it. So never arrow the first set of archers, and if they split up their archers as their starting play, what I like to do is go all in every time. Wait, is this again another Expo deck? I think it's the exact same Expo deck. No way. Okay, I'm going to go and take the right-hand tower if possible, because then we can flow units onto the elixir collector afterward. Optimally, that's what happens here. So I don't want to go in for a zap. I don't think it's worth it. He's going to go for the Mighty Miner bomb. Yeah, it looks like the E-barbs are just dead. So I didn't get much out of it. We did end up getting goblins, though, so I guess it's not the end of the world. If he goes in for an Expo, I can shut it down with a Mega Minion, right? If he doesn't go in for archers. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. Yeah, let's just go in for a Mega Minion and then go in for a bomber prediction on his archers and then try to snipe it with a zap. He didn't go for archers. I hate him. I hate everything about this man. He didn't give me what I wanted. Okay, so if we go in for a Golem here, it should be able to kite everything that he drops. And if he goes in for an Expo, it will lock onto the Golem. So I think that that's going to be an okay play for us. When you're playing against Expo and you don't want your tower to get taken, dropping your Golem in that positioning is always good. We know he's got Mighty Miner, so I have to save my zap for that to reset it. I also have arrows for his archers. So which one do I want to do first? That's the question. I guess I have to go in for a zap first, and then I can go for arrows afterward. And I think that if the Golem arrives on the tower, then it will explode and do enough damage to take it. So all I have to do is play tower defense for the rest of the game. Wait, he's clicking the Mighty Miner bomb. I guess we go in for Mega Minion here with E-barbs and then hopefully be able to defend this. I don't know, guys. I don't know if this is going to work out. I hope and pray that we can find a way, but I have no idea. It's not looking good. I'm going to go lumberjack, and maybe if the lumberjack dies fast enough, it's able to finish off the Expo. He's switching sides and swerving me. You know what? I'm going to go in for Night Witch here because I know that you can't take my tower on that side. I know for a fact that you can't take my tower with a full HP tower. So I need to be able to defend the other side. I'm going to go in for this. I can arrows here on top of the archers. I think that we're okay. I mean, I'm going to go for a zap now. I just need to go in for a bomber. There's literally going to be barely any HP on my tower, but I think we got this on lock. If I can just go in for like a lumberjack after the bomber dies, we should be able to tank in time. Dude, no way. Please give me the win. It's going to come down to the final second. Let's go. 200 HP on my tower. And we destroyed the intellectual, showing him that skillless spam and pure stupidity is the only way to success. And after beating Expos 2 times in a row with this deck, it feels fantastic, especially when I have no answer to Elixir Collector. You would assume I would lose every time, But that's not how this deck works. We're dominating our way up to 6,200 in the world. And nothing beats the feeling of beating Expo every time. All right, if we can win 5 games in a row today, that would be fantastic. This guy is not cycling anything at the start, unfortunately, so I'm going to go for Bomber in the back and figure out what he's got.
Show me what you got.
He is going to go for Minions. That's actually not bad for me at all. I'm going to go in for my Golem in the back. Actually, I should have dropped him off to the corner. I don't know why I dropped him in that side. The reason why you always want to drop it off to the corner is because it will bypass buildings a little bit more effectively. Obviously, he's going to do a lot of damage to my tower, but I firmly believe if we drop our Night Witch here, we will be in a good spot overall because he dropped Prince and he dropped Minion, so he dropped way more elixir than me, and he's going to try to 3-crown me. So I think what I do here is I go in for arrows, and then I go in for a lumberjack, and it kills everything. So he's going to lose his giant. He's not going to have any distractions for my lumberjack. And then the 3-crown parade is happening out here. He's not ready. His body simply isn't adequately prepared. Gold Night Witch, when you're up elixir, is one of the most difficult decks to defend in the game. And watch as this guy gets put to shame as the lumberjack is chopping that tower down. Dude, he has to defend the 3-crown and the lumberjack, and the lumberjack hasn't even gotten hit yet. I think I go for E-Warbs right now because I'm up so much. It's obviously a little bit scary since he does end up having archers, but the archers might die to the lumberjack rage. Oh yeah, no, he just gets 3-crown. Yep, that's how this deck works. Super simple stuff. If you're able to defend minimally and stop their 3-crown, you'll easily overpower them with the influx of elixir that you have over your opponent. If they spend like a ton of elixir into arrows and you're up something, there's no way that they're going to be able to stop you from bringing their towers down. And after winning every single game in a row today, we have rushed our way up to 5,000 in the world. Wham bam, I bridge spam. It is time to unleash the beast again, baby. So he's not going to psycho anything, unfortunately. I'm just going to zap his tower and maybe persuade him to go and spam into me. I want to 3-crown another victim out here. He's just going to hee-hee-ha and still not psycho anything. So whenever I see Heal Spirit, I'm expecting 3 Musketeers. And if we're playing against a 3 Musketeer deck, I do not want to face it. So I'm not going to face it. I'm just going to go and spam in the other side. As you guys can see, the Dark Prince is a little bit scary, so I am going to go for a lumberjack here. Usually I don't defend, but I want to stop him from 3-crowning me, and using my tower as a resource is the best way. So I'm going to go for a Night Witch, and then we're going to have lumberjack counter push in the right-hand side, hopefully with elite barbarians. That's generally how I play this matchup. After you use your lumberjack on defense and the other side to stop the 3-crown, then you have a built-in rage for your E-barbs, and you should have just enough elixir for the E-barbs at the river. So it'll be pretty cool. I was hoping that the lumberjack would stay alive a little bit longer there, so then the rage would stay a little bit longer, but it's still really good because the E-barbs are going to be able to ransack the tower with no king tower activation for our dude. He doesn't have a good way of defending besides bait cards, which get swiftly eliminated by your arrows and zap. So as you guys can see, when you do tower trades with this deck, 9 times out of 10, you will get a better trade than your opponent. That other time, you know, when they go E-barbs at the river like this, I guess it could be a little bit more sketchy. But fortunately for us, the Sparky still ends up hitting the wrong thing. Wait, does he not get a single hit? Okay. I thought for a second that he wasn't going to get the Sparky shot, but the E-barb was stuck in traffic behind the Sparky for the longest period of time too. Man, this is just working so well for us. Do we go in for a Golem in the back? Do we build up an even bigger push? There's a chance that our best bet right now is just to go in for a Golem again. And then if he tries to 3-crown me with a Goblin Giant, it's not going to work out for him because we have E-barbs in our cycle. So the only scary thing right now is the Dark Prince plus Goblin Giant and then having some other sort of splash damage. I don't know if he's going to do it though. Yeah, he is going to try it. So this is fine for me. I'm just going to E-barbs and then I'm going to go for a zap. I actually want to go arrows instead because we want to be able to kill the heal spirit so it doesn't heal up all this stuff. This time we're going to go E-barbs instead of lumberjack because it's going to be a bit more cost effective. It's going to kill everything a little bit faster. And it's also going to allow us to make sure that we have zap and cycle with the E-barbs directly on top of the Sparky so he can't get the push that he wants. So we're going to go and zap this as soon as we can so the E-barbs don't get hit. And then he's going to throw a fit because there's nothing he can do. E-barbs are going to lock into the tower. We can go for a lumberjack here as well. And we should be able to load up the victory. I mean, there's nothing you can do. You're just 3-crowned like everyone else we played against. But this guy's a little bit different. He sarcastically spammed good luck at the end. A little bit salty, but I don't know. I can't blame him. No one enjoys losing to this deck. And the 3-crown parade continues, pushing us up to 4,500 in the world. Yo, our man has Mega Knight in his banner. I would love to play against that. That's actually probably one of the easiest matchups in the entire game. You can arrows on top of whatever bait cards they have. If they go in for Inferno Dragon, you can reset it with the zap. There's just really no worries against Mega Knight because they don't have the damage per second to kill your Golem. So then the Golem just overwhelms everything and you 3-crown 99% of the time in that matchup. So I'm going to go in for another bomber in the back just to keep this game rolling. You guys know how we go. We never wait around. It's another Sparky player. Wow, we're just getting duplicate matchups all day, every day. I'm going to go Golem in the back on the right-hand side so we can go away from the Sparky. And then I think I can go in for a Night Witch depending on what happens here. I don't want to go in for a Zap. I'm just going to let the bomber die, and we'll see what else he does. There's a high chance he drops. Okay, he's going to Mega Knight. This is totally fine. I think this is okay because I can go in for a Sparky shot counter with the E-Barbs after the Sparky blasts my tower. And then we should be able to kill everything with just a Mega Minion. And then the minions will die as well. So he can't 3-crown me here. And he still has to deal with the Golem. Wait, why does he have Inferno Tower? Okay. Okay, Clash Royale. I see what you're doing here, and I don't appreciate it. I said it was easy, and then this guy comes away with the cheesiest strategy I've ever seen in my life. This is actually awful. If he didn't have Inferno Tower, he was dead. Every other card in the game would not have been able to defend that. I would have been able to bridge spam and take your tower, but you had to come up with the most mid-ladder strategy. After we push the top 4,000 in the world, we get greeted by this. I feel like the deck should make more sense the higher up we get, but it's anything but. So we have to sacrifice our Sparky here. That is obvious. I need to go in for like a lumberjack and then elite barbarians, and hopefully he doesn't Mega Knight. Oh, he's going to end up having mini P.E.K.K.A. He could Mega Knight afterward, but the rage will give us a huge benefit here, and I think we snagged the tower. So I don't even want to go for arrows because I think the E-Barb takes the last shot. Nice. Yeah, if I went in for arrows, then the Mega Minion, I mean, wouldn't have been able to be afforded as quickly as we would have wanted on the Sparky, and we would have had a really bad spot. I'm going to zap here since we are able to kill the minions, reset the Ram Rider, and hopefully have the Ram Rider die. Still going to charge in my tower. What a weird situation, right? Like, we're currently winning the game, so I can't complain, but why does he have 2 win conditions? Or no, 3 win conditions. Ram Rider, Sparky, and then Mega Knight. Also, like the Inferno Tower in there, this doesn't make sense. Like having the counter push with Inferno Dragon would make 10 times more sense. Oh my gosh, what a good play on his end most of the time. But it's because he didn't drop it at the right point, we're actually able to get something in front, so it worked out a lot better for me. I'm going to go for a zap to reset the Inferno Tower so it doesn't destroy us. And then when he goes in for the mini P.E.K.K.A., I'm pretty sure that... What? How is he able to afford lightning in this deck? Oh my gosh, it's getting weirder by the minute, man. All right, this is crazy. This is actually bonkers. He's trying to bonk me with the craziest strategy I've ever seen. I need to go for arrows here so the Mega Knight doesn't jump. I was just a little bit scared. I didn't want that to happen. I can go in for a Golem in the back and build up a big push. I need to have Zap to reset the Sparky. The Night Witch is definitely dead, and there's nothing I can do about it. Oh, man. All right, so we can go in for a Lumberjack here so the Mega Knight doesn't jump, and then we can go in for a Bomber afterward, and then I think we can go for a Mega Minion as well. Hopefully, we can just kill the mini P.E.K.K.A. so the mini P.E.K.K.A. doesn't ruin my game. So, yeah, if we had, like, a cheap card, like, let's say Minions, the arrows would have dilapidated our entire defense, and we would have lost the game. So important to realize that the Mega Minion is just such a sturdy and beneficial card here. So we're going to go for a Zap. I think I might have to go in for a Lumberjack or a Golem. I'm going to go Golem instead. Okay, that was really scary. I thought I was going to hit my tower because I didn't drop the Golem fast enough. Totally fine. We're just going to sack the Golem. I'm not going to get anything out of it. Not worth overcommitting here. Maybe he goes in for a Mega Knight to bounce back the Golemite so we don't get any damage at all. Such a weird position to be in, to be honest. I just want to win this. I want to win every single game I play today. I don't want to take a single loss. We want 6 W's in a row, Clash Royale. Give it to me. I'm going to go in for a Lumberjack here. I'm fighting for my pride with this Golem, and hopefully we can make this work. We want to make sure the Lumberjack is not going to get hit by the Mega Knight jump. He does get some lightning, but it doesn't end up hitting our tower. So we can go in for a Bomber here. We can go for double Mega Minions. I think the double Mega Minions are able to kill all of his minions, so that's good. Do we want to do anything else? Do I want to reset this with a Zap? Probably not. Probably just chill for a second, wait for his Ram Rider. Then we can go for a Zap. Then we can go for E-Barbs. We're up a lot right now. This is actually the situation that we needed to be in. Because now I can conveniently go in for a Golem in the middle, have the Bats and E-Barbs come at him, and if he goes in for an Inferno Tower to go and pull the Golem, then he's probably going to lose to the rest of our other stuff, right? All right, we're going to go for a Zap to reset. I think that we can reset the Inferno Tower and potentially get the Golem to lock onto the tower. I don't know if it's going to work out, but with the Rage, I'm hoping that we can. I'm going to arrows as well. Hopefully hit minions. It doesn't happen. I got to go in for like a Mega Minion here. I can also follow up with like a Bomber and then a high Lumberjack. I just want to make sure that he can't break through with a Lightning. If he Lightning's on top of all of our stuff, we also have to go for a Zap to reset and make sure that the Ram Rider can't charge on our tower. If that got a charge, we would have lost. So I need to go for a Night Witch here, just body block whatever he drops. Then go in for a Bomber here to pull everything back. And fortunately for us, we were able to defeat a Mega Knight Inferno Tower deck with Sparky. One of the randomest card compositions I've ever seen in the history of the game. But you know what? We won 6 games in a row, and the rest is history. That was a dominant display with this deck, and it just seems like it's absolutely undefendable. And we're to finish the day in the best type of way, winning every single game we played, leaving us at 4,000 in the world.
Can I get your autograph? Been following you for a long time. Sign right there.
Like, subscribe for more daily videos, and have an amazing rest of your day.